The Gardener Masterclass is proudly brought to you Gardena. Realize your gardening dreams with innovative, high-quality gardening tools. Fuel your passion every season.
Good morning, all you beauties. It's great to be back with you. So we're talking fruit from your trees. We're talking harvesting. Guys, you saw me using the secateurs, and I use these secateurs for a reason. It's a great Gardena secateur. This guy is called the Gardena BM. It can cut up to 24 millimeters. So 24 millimeters is about the thickness of my finger, except I won't cut it. Remember, secateurs are not loppers. They are not meant to cut huge branches. No, no, no. If you put it in and you're having to force it, you're going to break it. You're going to mess it up. So use the secateurs for their reason. Always remember to clean them. This guy, which I love about it, is that the spring is inbuilt. Okay, the spring system is inside here, which means that the chances of me losing the spring are minimal. Okay, minimal, absolutely minimal. So the spring is in there. I'm not going to lose it. It's got this little rubber thing here. Okay, it's actually hardened plastic. So what does that do? It's called a little mini shock absorber, so that when I cut down, there's less jarring on my hand. This is one of their larger secateurs. Of course, there are smaller ones that you can also open and close depending on the size of your hands. But important, it's got the rubber grip, which even if you are sweating, you will still have a very good grip on it. It's got a coating on the blade, which reduces the sap holding onto it, and this is a bypass cutter. So as you cut, have a look there, as you cut, this blade crosses over the hook. That is called a bypass, and you get a really, really good, neat cut. So this is certainly within its width and within its use. A good squeeze, and there we go. Beautiful cut. Nice. And you see, that's what a bypass does. It does a really good cut. Few other things that I want to touch on is pruning. Pruning, guys, happens during winter. All right? So late winter, early spring if you have to, and this is especially for your deciduous fruit trees. But I do think we should probably do an entire segment one day just on pruning. There are a couple of tools that you're going to need. You're going to need a good lopper. Now, guys, this Gardena lopper is made from aluminium. It's got a stainless steel blade, which is then also coated to help with ease of cutting, and it also then helps in terms of anything sticking to it. This can cut up to 42 mils in thickness. 42 mils, that's quite a big guy, okay? This over here is called the Easy Cut 500B lopper, okay? 900 grams, nice and simple. It's got this thing over here, which is for shock absorption, okay? Now, when we're cutting, I want to show you very, very quickly. When we are using our lopper and we're going to be cutting, and this you would use especially for larger fruit trees if you're going to be doing some corrective pruning. Remember, when using your lopper, it's not that movement. It's squeeze. It's squeezing in. So get into it, grab it, and then squeeze. It is not this. It is not this. Here it is. No, it's not that. But I know you do it because you think, nah, I won't get you. No, we're not having any bad dreams here. Absolutely not. So remember, it's around it, and squeeze in to get a good cut. That's what's important. This little guy can get into places, and remember, all of your Gardena products will have a 25-year warranty. Okay, very important. Now, what if the fruit's on the other side of the fence, guys? What if it's gone to the neighbor? Oh, I get that. What if it isn't your fruit tree? And it's also over there, you know what I mean? Like just hanging over the wall. or it's just out of reach. Well, it's minding the light, Tanya. There are ways of getting to your fruit, and that would certainly be with the fruit picker. Guys, we invested in one of these, and I'll tell you, it makes life so much easier. So the fruit picker works well. It's got the little bag here. It's got these little notches, and that makes sense, you know, so that when you can grab the fruit, pear's not a very good example, but if you grab it, that's where it is, and then you can just pull it, okay? Now I'm doing it the wrong way around, but I'm trying to show you. So you grab it and then pull it, and it breaks off from, we can actually do something here. Yes, come, let's go over here. This thing is very long, which is why it's very good for the neighbors. Okay, so you just get it in there, grab it, and then you just give it a tug, and it will pull off. So here we are. I don't want to break anything here or break this fruit tree that I'm meant to be returning. But that would be a good way, especially with fruit that's over the wall. Anyway, the other good thing about this is part of the combi system. Now, what do we mean by combi system? Well, that's very simple. The combi system means that this can work on other. So you can use this pole. You can then buy an attachment which has the saw on it, or it has even one of the choppers. So you can use the pole to then deal with many other garden problems. So you're not having to buy another product, another whole tool for a separate product. Okay, so let me just get this guy back on here. Now, what I do want to show you is the following. If I can get this guy back on here. Very importantly, with this fruit picker is the following. Do you see this here? Okay, so you can unclip that, all right, and you can adjust it. So depending on where the fruit is, you'll feel the little ridge, okay? Feel the ridge, and then you can just, so there, depending on where your fruit is in the garden, you can still then adjust this and pick it. The great news about this, guys, is so in full height with an average person using this product, you can get to approximately 3.9 meters. See, there's the end. Look there, there's Mason. Here's the end of the fruit picker. You can get up to 3.9 depending on your height. This full length is 2.9 meters. So yeah, don't worry about the neighbor. I won't even know that you've done it. But really good in terms of getting your fruit off and getting it off by not having to hit it with a stick. And then it bruises and it falls, and yeah. Guys, a huge shout out to Gardena. Thank you all so much for lending me your ears and your hearts. And most importantly, God bless you, and happy gardening.
The Gardener Masterclass was proudly brought to you, Gardena. Realize your gardening dreams with innovative, high-quality gardening tools. Feel your passion every season.